We did a good training and we improved also the car, so on the dunes, on the rocks, on the sandy track. So it's really a good feeling to be back on the race car and also to communicate with my co-driver, because we use now the road book from some race here, and I need to say that it's really interesting to have the feeling of road book information and try to go fast as possible. Since I drive the new Audi, I'm really surprised about the performance and also how is the power. The power is always here and it's easy to use, especially in the dunes. I was really surprised about the capacity of the car when we need to cross the big dunes. At the end, you have always a good response, a good torque, and it's not necessary to shift the gear, so you can keep your two hands on the steering wheels, and it's really perfect for the driving, for sure. The car just started running in July, or so it's just 4 months ago, and we are able to do a lot of kilometers on the really bad road like the Dakar. So I'm really impressed about the capacity of the team. To be realistic, for me, since the beginning, I said if I finish in the top 5, I will be happy. But in my head, I hope to be in a better position. Okay.
Now, clearly, definitely interesting, because we've seen all the improvements the team has prepared for us, and it was full of learnings, good learning actually. We end the second days with really a nice feeling, a lot of confidence in the car, and yeah, it's just a confirmation that everyone has worked well, hard, and in the good direction. No, clearly the car is amazing because it's stable in any condition. Even on the really rough terrain, it's helping you to have confidence in it. Even going really fast, we never had strange behavior or surprise or hot moments. So at the moment, everything was in control, and sure, the car is really well balanced, and it's helping a lot. And as well in the dunes, it's a kind of toy. So at the moment, we have to say that we are really happy with the behavior of the car, because it's helping us to be easy. Electric motors are giving you an immediate response ever. It doesn't matter the speed you are, doesn't matter the terrain you are. Even on the dunes, we were able to go as slow as feeling the tires on the ground. So it's it's really nice, and it's another kind of driving for sure. But for the moment, it's only a nice surprise. I mean, navigation, of course, it's the main one. Otherwise, I can jump out of the car. But no, there is a lot of functions to manage on the car, because it's opening us a lot of new possibilities that we have to learn first, and then to adapt on our driving style. So basically, Stéphane's driver is keeping the hand on the wheel, and sometimes we are trying to adjust the settings while driving. And so everything concerning the car is on my side. Stéphane is focusing on the piste and on going as fast as he can. And I should be able to make both navigation and car management. We have more display at the end, more functions, more possibilities. So yeah, it's clearly much more multitasking than it was. Each kilometers we are outside of there, it can be another surprise. So now, for the moment, I have to say that we are really increasing our confidence in the car and in the team, of course. We still have to be fully confident, but honestly, the step we had between the tests is quite impressive. So it's not one step; it's more steps they did during the weeks without testing. So we're ending in these days with clearly another level of confidence that we had a few weeks ago. We have some thousands of kilometers, yes, but it's not enough to say we faced everything. So everything we've seen, I'm sure they will fix it. But we still have some question mark in front of us. Really optimistic because it's full of people really competent, full of skills. So I would say, no, we will not face a clear Dakar. It's we cannot lie on that. For sure, we will have some events to manage, but I'm sure we will be able to fight for a good position.
Well, very important test. Basically, our last test before the Dakar. So far, so good. I think we have been doing, the people at Norwood, they have been doing a good job for the latest problems. Everything seems to be in the right way. We said in the first time I visit Audi, Dakar is first year is always hard. Do not underestimate, and I think everybody realizes now that this is a fact, you know, especially with such a project, such a challenging project, such a new project, such a I will say, brave project from Audi. So if you put all together, first year and all these hybrids, electric, all this is very difficult, very challenging. First time in desert, in dunes. So I think we are in the right way, but the challenge has been really, really big. We are a group of drivers that we are working very strong together. This is very important, especially at this part of the project, the beginning of the project, and I think Audi for the first time is approaching the Dakar, and everybody is working together. Everybody is giving all. It has been long days, long nights. And yeah, but this is the way competition it is sometimes. So nothing new from that side. We all here very passionate, and we want to win. We want to do a good job. First time driving the electrical power unit here in the desert, here in the dunes, and I must say I'm really surprised. First of all, we have with the electrical drive very good torque, very good response. This we are not missing for sure, and I think at the end of the day we can concentrate more in the driving. We don't need to change gear. We don't need to worry if we are approaching the dunes or the corner in the right gear or not. Power is always there, and this is an advantage from the driving point of view that you know, I think we are discovering. I'm also very shocked, and I like very much the braking coming from the engine, the Reku, and I think this is a tool that we are also, or from my side, learning and adjusting and fine-tuning, and this is also a very good tool to have very efficient braking. At the same time, you know, we are playing with the virtual diffs, because there is no connection between the front and the rear of the car. There is not a transmission in between, so all this has to be done electronically, and this is also a learning process from our side. But very happy, everything is going well, and even being a veteran, I'm still learning a lot at this period of my career. This is what I say, it's a huge task, a huge challenge, because the car is really complex. You know, you have to accept that part of this huge challenge is to have such a complicated car, 4 different engines. You have to put all together. The car has to be autonomous. The car has to, you know, start the thermal engine by his own, stop it, charge in the right situation, in the right level, put together the front engine to the rear engine. All this needs a lot of work from the engineering side, but they are doing a great job. You know, the most important thing is when you arrive to the Dakar, you think, could we have done something else better? And I think we are doing maximum. And when you have done the maximum, this is feeling you good, feeling you have done enough. We will see.
It's a great challenge because it's a new project with a new type of car. It's an electric car with electric power, and for me it's a very interesting project, and also so happy to stay in Audi because it's a mythical company with the motorsport, and also now stay in the big challenges is the Dakar, and I think it's a pleasure to stay here. The feel is good. You have a good brakes, you have a good engine, very strong now, and it's comfortable. Now inside of the car, you feel the weight, but the weight is very down because the battery stayed on the ground, and the car also. It's the drivability of the car is very good. It's totally different with the other cars, two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and it's nice to drive also in the dunes. Normally it's a big stress. Now don't have a gear. You need to only to drive and also to put the throttle on the brake, and this is a big advantage inside of the dunes. It's complicated because the Dakar is the Dakar. It's a special race. It's not a usual race, and now the first objective is to finish the Dakar. This is a very positive objective for the team. But it's sure, it's never one manufacturer, one team win the Dakar in the first year. This is another challenge for us.
We had a lot of fun and got valuable kilometers. So I think this will be my last really proper test day before the Dakar. So I'm really happy that ended with a good note. Even it's late now and you start to be tired, but it's a part of the game here. You have to take every minute of practice you get. I mean, now after finishing the testing program, I must say it's with a really nice feeling. I say I can handle the car. You know, and the rally style roads, I feel really confident. And when it's really broken, really rough, I also start to feel that maybe I'm still a bit too conservative, because there you can also for sure win a lot of time, but you can also damage a lot. Then in the dunes, I really feel like a rookie still, even I've got a couple of days of driving, but there I feel I'm needing every day I can. So all in all, I have to say, yeah, I'm ready to go there in terms of starting the race, but to set the realistic ambitions, what result or what pace we will have, I think I will skip for this time, and our target will be mainly to be reliable and finish the rally.
To be in the dunes now with this car is really a pleasure. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a more challenge. We have to operate a little bit more the car than normal, and still also we have to navigate. And you know, you feel also in this car when it's quick, you have a lot of pressure for your body, especially on the neck. So this I feel well prepared, but for sure I will have to train until the last minute. Yeah, I mean, the hits you have in this sport is quite big, and now when you have a car you can go fast, you really feel that it's a lot of physical demands for the body, yes. Yeah, I mean, I remember when we were in area 39 on the first test, when we came there, it was a big challenge. Now I feel that, you know, you can start the car and go out and do really long runs like we should. So this is for sure very good, but it has been really nice to see, you know, the work behind the scenes is so big. I have never in my life seen anything like this. So for me also it's a big pleasure to be a part of this journey together with Audi.
In general, the test has been very good. It has been a good test, but we should not forget that Dakar is very hard. I mean, Dakar is the hardest race ever, and at the end, always you have the feeling that you need a bit more time, and you will appreciate to have still more days of testing to keep trying things and to keep improving things. At the end, we did a plan step by step. So at the beginning, the first thing, it was the validation of the modifications that we did in the car, and afterwards start to do similar stages like we can find on the Dakar, and then we increase bit by bit, a bit the mileage every day, a bit more and a bit more, and yeah, we can be quite satisfied. But as I said, we need to be very respectful for the race, because at the end it's the hardest race, and we know the first time that you go to the Dakar, it's always very difficult for anyone that has been there, so we need to be very cautious. Yeah, at the end this is the target, so as hard as we work with the car, better prepared we will be. And at the end we have very good 3 drivers and co-drivers, and then when they go on the stage they push hard, because then we need to put the car on the limit. That it's the best way to be prepared for the Dakar. At the end, my best wish is that at the end to go there and to have the minimum problems possible, and to go as much forward as we can, and then we will see. It feels very intense. This is from the time that we put the car for first time on the ground. It was the 1st of July or the 2nd of July, and now it's 4 months later, and these 4 months has been very, very hard. I mean, all the team has worked very hard, very intensive, every single week. On July and also in the summertime, everyone has worked very hard. So at the moment, very intense work to get the best preparation for this test finally, and for the Rally Dakar. At the end, we have 3 very experienced drivers, as we said. So at the end, all of 3 are very experienced drivers, and at the hearing them, it's also very, very good, and very good feedback what they can say. So every time that they say something, you need to hear them, because they are experienced drivers and they are giving you the right feedback, and they help you a lot to take the right decisions and to take the right direction of development. So to have these 3 drivers, it's a privilege for the team and for all the project.
The team is ready. The team wants to go now to a race, I think, because that's what everybody wants to do. Testing is nice, but at the end we have to see how it performs on the race.